Hello, my name is MOHAMAD NIZAM. So I'll be presenting the robotic pet for my FYP in this pixel. So this is my email, and I have my supervisor, Dr. Yafato. My examiners are Dr. Muhammad Nadir, Dr. Wahab, and Dr. Muhammad Halim bin Muhammad Noor. So this is my outline of presentation. This is the project background, problem statement and purpose solution, and then I will tell you about objective of the project requirement, existing solution and techniques, details of solution, technology to be deployed, outcomes, and my conclusion. So the project background is that robotic pets have been marketed as social companions and used in emerging field robot assisted activities. So the project that I'm proposing is using robotic pet as my main project, and this idea comes from my experience and passion in pursuing artificial intelligence field. So I worked in research development team and got to work with computer vision and machine learning during my internship. Thus, I am inclined to merge the two technology together in this robot. The robot I'm designing is called Venti due to its height nearing a coffee cup that I used to drink. So the shape of the robot is cylindrical from top side views, so I thought it was a proper name. So the problem statement is that humans have started to automate everything from the simplest things such as phones and watches to act as their personal assistants such as Siri, Bixby, Google Assistants, to remind them of days and automate homes, to become smart house where you switch on lights or fireplace when you arrive. So the modernization of our world is mainly due to human lives become busy by the years. So we need to almost automate every chores which doesn't require skills or creativity to perform. Due to the rise of machines, people sometimes require social and emotional such as pets. But these days are hard, and in busy times people don't have time to take care of their pets. Typically, pets require visits to veterinary and require daily food intakes, which robotic pet shall minimize those needs while also maintaining emotional bonds to the pet. So the proposed solution is that I'm using image processing to read hand signals. It can also read hand signal and understand what signals means. So I'm using camera, DC motor, battery, wheels, and also RaspberryPi 3 B+. For this project, the alpha board I use with a single board computer known as the RaspberryPi 3 B+, which will act as the brain of the robot. It's where the image processing happens, and the component of the robot is its wheels, battery holder, RaspberryPi holder, chassis, and the base chassis. So there's the two objectives in this FYP, my final project, is that the hand signal recognition, where the Venti can recognize the hand signal of the user, and second, the response. The Venti can make movement according to the hand signals commands. So the requirement of this project is that I require RaspberryPi 3 model Pi 3 model B+. It's a tiny computer essentially, where it stores memories and contains many programs, and it can run its process. The application of this circuit board is limitless, so that it have more flexibility than Arduino board because it can perform machine learning. So the Raspberry Pi are involved in executing the codes in the program like OpenCV and Python. So this is the Raspberry Pi 3, which is a 5 megapixel camera with adjustable focus, where it supports the version of Raspberry Pi. It is interface into the RPI. It acts as an eye to the robot. So this is the Venti robot. It has two layers, where the top one is the one where it has the gears and sensors, and where the Raspberry Pi is located, and the base chassis is where the DC motors and sensors are located. So this is the existing solution and techniques. So there are several robotic pets which is called Vector, which started as a Kickstarter on the internet, developed by Anki Corps, and are sold on Amazon. They cost about $500 or 2,000 ringgit in Malaysia. So this is my project scope. So that the project will use AlphaBot 2 as a prototype of the pet. The Venti can respond via hand signals made from the owners or users. Venti can also move freely and pay attention to its surroundings to avoid obstacle. The design consists of Raspberry Pi 3 B+ as a main brain. So the selected algorithm and techniques are the image processing, where it will perform an image processing, enhancement and display, information extraction. And while the machine learning is a method that I train the model using the hand signals, it is trained outside of the Raspberry Pi. It's trained in my computer, and then the model are loaded into the Raspberry Pi to be used. So this is the process flow. It starts, it show hand signal, and then if the gesture are understood, it will perform action. If not, it will be ignored. So technology deployed are my laptop, where the Alienware 15R2 Intel Core i5 and 8GB RAM and 64-bit operating system. For electronics, I use AlphaBoard Pi 3, Raspberry Pi 3 Model B+, and Raspberry Pi camera. The software that I use are Raspberry Pi IDE software, Tony IDE. Programming language are Python, OpenCV, Python, and TensorFlow. Operating system are Microsoft Windows and Noobs for Raspberry Pi. So outcome is the Venti is able to respond to the signals back by owners, and Venti is able to respond to the signals given. So this is from my Venti's perspective. So when I do a prediction on a face, it will show a result, and it will predict about what is the prediction. For example, the face is 99% and the palm is 90%, while the OK prediction is 100%, while the L prediction for the hand signal is 80%. So the 97% for face. So this is meaning that it can accurately predict what hand signals that I have given, although it has some limitations where it has difficulties in detecting those hand signals in a bad light area. So this is one of the how it will react. For example, it will circle. For the left signal, it will turn to left. In the P signal, it will start to circle. And then the fixed signals, acceleration, it will go back off. The palm signal, where it says high, and also the OK signals, where it will turn to right. So the conclusion is that the push of this technology has never been greater in this 21st century. So there is no doubt that Robotic Pet will make its way to the market. The busier human lives get, the more people will try to opt Robotic Pets rather than the living ones. Robotic Pets will practice into homes and will surely bridge the bond between humans, and they will bring joy like a